Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We will be videotaping this. I do have a lot of requests for the video, so I'm gonna go nice and slow. Hopefully, it will be quite clear on handle this. And so it is me, Richard Gardner, and Courtney Scarborough sitting right next to me. She's my co-pilot. She's going to be answering any questions. First of all, can you guys hear us?
Loud and clear.
All right.
Yeah, very clear, very clear.
Loud. All right, thanks, Roger. Thanks, Stephanie.
Sure.
All right, here we go. We are going to experiment for a while. We're going to try to put together different tools for dissertation students that you guys can use to help you through your dissertation. Our tentative name is the Dissertation Power Hour because it kind of rhymes. But so today we're going to go over Qualtrics. Qualtrics. You can access it through the Hawk 5 Dissertation Bootcamp. Would you like me to show you how to get there?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the internet. Okay, so go ahead and log in. If you haven't been to any of the Hawk Moodle, you can self-enroll. So all the statistics, all the research design, anything that we can think of, we are currently putting them into the Moodles. So if you're not already in, you can self-enroll. You can scroll down to the bottom. This little tiny search box down here, you can just type in the word Hawk, H-A-W-K, hit go, and it's going to give you all the Moodles named Hawk. So the one we have for Dissertation Bootcamp is Hawk 5, and you click on it, and we have a lot of stuff already for dissertation students. This is what we recorded from the last boot camp. So we have videos, we have the PowerPoints, everything we use we put on here, and we record everything. So again, this is on here, and we have dissertation formatting examples, quantitative methodology. That is a lot there. So the other Hawks, the Hawk 2 and the Hawk 3 covers advanced statistics in SPSS. We also have dissertation library research. We put these cute little cartoons in there to try to make you guys happy. Some dissertation writing tips. We have every once in a while we have somebody asking about qualitative methodology. We had a presentation a couple years ago from the outstanding Dr. Marianne Miller. So if you're going to do qualitative, I suggest everybody watch this video. It's a smack right on, but there's Qualtrics. Okay, so if you click on this, get the Qualtrics account, you're going to get this page. All right, you click on that, and it takes you to this one. Well, now it switched by itself.
I know.
Well, good.
Like it's reading you now.
So here's the link to Qualtrics right there. You see right up here?
Okay.
What I suggest is you go ahead and open up an account now and start playing around with it while I'm showing you how to do it. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. All right, so you're going to click on that. It's going to take you to the Alliant Qualtrics front page. Hold on. So this is the beginning of Qualtrics. If you haven't done it before, we're going to go ahead and create a new account. So you're going to click here to create a new account, an account. So Stephanie.
Well, it's S. Byers Bell.
S. Byers Bell, S. Byers hyphen?
B-Y-E-R-S. B-Y.
Oh, just B-Y?
No,
Did you change that recently?
No.
Byers Bell
Yeah.
at alliant.edu. So that's interesting. That's how it recognizes you're from Alliant. Are they both capitalized?
Both B's are.
Okay. Phone number, don't care. Boom.
Okay.
So we're signing you up.
Okay.
So we're not using the same password as our Alliant mail password, right?
No, this is a separate account. It's not connected to the Alliant thing, but you do need to have your Alliant email address. That's how it recognizes you as an Alliant student. Okay. So what it's going to do is it's going to send Stephanie a respond to this verification email. Okay.
I got it already.
They don't fool around here. So go ahead and verify that.
Okay, I'm doing it. It says successful user activation, and it says click here to log in.
Okay, don't you log in. I'm going to re-log in as you with the information that we just put in there.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so let's do this again. So if this was you, you would be clicking on that link.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is just refresh the page, and I'm going to log in as S Byers-Bell. And then your password's going to be ta-da. So welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. So you're going to accept it. Ta-da. Not a very exciting front page. It doesn't do much until you start making stuff. So welcome to Qualtrics. Once you've gotten here, you are good to go. First step, create a project. And we're going to call this, I don't know, Stephanie's first survey. And then you hit create. So that's just the name of it. You can change the name anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's going to take you to the main construction page. So here it is. This is Stephanie's first survey. So it automatically starts lining up questions for you. So you can add a question anytime you want by hitting create a question. But I'm going to try to show you guys some cool shortcuts that should save you a whole lot of time, especially if you have a lot of questions they're relatively the same. Like if you're using a Likert scale or something like that where the responses are all the same. So normally, most of the times, you're going to start with a consent form. So you're still in question one. You go over here to this multiple choice thing. This whole right side here, this is where all the action is this right side. But you got to be clicked inside of a question. So we're clicked inside of a question. It'll be grayed out a little bit. We're going to go to multiple choice. If you just want a consent form, you're just going to put text in there. Okay? So we change this into a text box. Now, I have a consent form already. I'm just faking it here. And one of the beauties is it cut and pastes very nicely from Microsoft Word back into this thing. You just double click it until you get the white box. You hit Control V. And you get error messages all the time. Don't believe them. Okay? So the name of this is the I Love Statistics Consent Form. Stephanie, I didn't know you cared. Okay?
Now you do.
Hey. So you'll notice there's no questions here. But so let's say you want to do some editing. You can't edit as is. You got to go to the rich content editor. Okay? So once you're in the editor, you can start making changes. I'm going to put a picture in here. And it works a lot like Microsoft Word. I'm going to go ahead and put a picture in there. Insert picture. There it is. And you have to tell where the picture is, so you're going to upload it from your computer. Okay, browse. I'm going to go to my pictures. I should put my grandson up there because he's so cute. You guys would love it. He's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put a lion logo on there. I'm gonna put the small one, and that's what it'll look like. If it's too big, you can change the stuff right here. Right, you can change the sign. Categories. Always just look around, okay? Because it doesn't cost anything. So you're going to save that button. You're going to save that picture. Okay. So that is kind of big, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And you got to, it looks a little bit different here. Whenever you're in the editor, it doesn't always look exactly like it will look like outside of the editor. So just be careful around here. I'm going to go ahead and try to clean it up a little bit. Too many spaces. So you'll notice it looks like it's double spaced here, but when you click out of it, it's not double spaced. Okay, so again, just play around with the editor part. It's going to look different inside the editor than it does outside of the editor, but it's real easy to just bounce back and forth. So now I want this first one to have 2 questions in it. I want them to have radio buttons. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my box over here, and I'm going
Richard, how do you get? Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How do you get that that activities thing on the right side to come back? Because I don't see it now.
You got to click into the question.
Okay.
Click into the question.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
And everything on the back. So we're going to change this from a text to a question with multiple choice question. Okay.
Okay, right. Oh, I see. And then graphic, you can add a graphic there. Okay.
Correct.
Right.
And so what it did was, so we're just going to change these down here. I'm going to put I agree, and we're going to spell it right because we go to college. And the second one is going to be I disagree. And this one you're just going to delete, right? You're just going to get rid of it, right? Remove the choice. So this is a consent form, blah, 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 blah. And it says, by clicking the I agree option below, I will be agreeing to the terms and conditions of this consent form. So they would click I agree. Okay.
So the graphic, once it's, I inserted a picture of a, I don't know, a dog or something here. Just moving it around, it looks like it's stuck on the, in place. Is that?
You got to go to the content editor.
Okay.
The only time you can make changes is when you're in this silly editor.
Okay, so in the graphic, you can, where's the move around the graphic area?
Move around graphic, there's no free float like on Alliant where you can put behind the text. You do not have that option here. You can go into the source code. If you know source code, you can go ahead and cut and paste some source code in there and it will behave the way you want to. But this one does not have that put behind the text option.
I see. Okay.
As is, right? You
Got
can fake it. Qualtrics has a wonderful help page. It has a huge support page, which I've been using for a long time. But now let's get back to the question. So what happens if somebody hits I disagree? Boom. This is what you're going to do. You're going to create a new question. Okay? You created a new question. So you're ready. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the box on the right. And again, you got to tell the computer what kind of question you want. I don't really want a question. I'm going to make a text. It's just going to be a descriptive text. And it's going to say, sorry, but you do not qualify to take this survey. Here's your message. Boom. And I like to make things bold because I'm old and I can't see much anymore. But I'm going to go to Content Editor. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to make it big. And I'm going to center it. Bam. So we have a new page here. So I'm going to do something here. It's called Skip Logic. If they click this button, it's going to take them to this page. Ready? So you're going to click on the question that has the button that you want. You're going to go to the right-hand side over here, down to the bottom, and to the right it says Add Skip Logic. You're going to click the Skip Logic. So I don't really, if they agree, they're going to take the survey. So when you go to the option, I'm going to go to disagree. If I disagree, so if that button gets selected, we're going to take them to whatever page you tell them to go. So we're going to put, sorry, but you don't qualify for this. Go away. Okay? Boom. And then click done. So to see if that it works, go to preview survey. You're going to preview this survey a lot. This is what it looks like on a computer and on a smartphone. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Make sure it lines up pretty good on the cell phones. I know that you young people really love these cell phone things, so just make sure it works good there. So if I click I disagree and go to the next page, it should take me to you do not qualify. Boom, you do not qualify. So that's called skip logic. So a lot of people that'll say, right, if you're a male, do not answer questions 8 or 9. So you could set it up that way. If they answer they're a male, you could set it up so they will skip those questions you do not want the males to take. Okay? So you want to close the preview. It takes you back to your Qualtrics thing. Okay? So now let's start adding other questions. You can put them above or below. You can move them around. They're pretty easy to move around too. Don't overly worry about it. But this is going to be down at the bottom somewhere. You really don't need to see this more than once. So I'm going to add a question above it, and I'm going to start putting questions in. Hold on. Not you.
Looks like my question 2 is above question 1, and I'm trying to change the order so that the 1 is before 2.
Let me show you how to do that. If I can get back.
Sorry, and I've been playing with this.
No worries. You should just be able to, how do you put the order in questions? You should be able to just click and drag.
Because Q2, right, shouldn't I just be able to move Q1 up to where Q2 is, and then it'll change the...
Okay, there is a way. Hold on.
Oh, I did it. I found it. So basically what it was is there's a little arrow on the left side where you can...
There it is,
move
yeah.
the order.
Yeah, that's it. This little
of the
arrow right here,
questions.
it'll allow you to
Yeah.
move questions up or down, right? It's an elevator.
So, right, there we go. It's an elevator. Exactly.
Boop, boop. Okay, let's start putting some real questions in there. Hold on. That's not the right one. Give me a second. What did I just do with the darn thing?
There we go. So,
there they are. So I'm going to add some fake questions. But first of all, you should put directions in there. So I'm going to make this, I'm in this question 3. I'm going back over to this green thing. Again, I'm going to just make a text because these will be instructions. And I'm going to type in the word instructions, right? You got to make it as user-friendly as possible. And I recommend a font of at least 0.12. So this tells the person that's taking it what to do. So I don't know why it gave me these things. So a lot of times it's going to give you automatically, it's going to set up a Likert scale for you. It does it automatic. It's really great unless you don't want them. So if you don't want them, just get rid of them. Oh, there's more than one way. Watch. So you're clicking into the question. You could go over here to how many choices. You can get rid of them all. Just bounce it down to 0.
mm-hmm.
Boom. Or you just get rid of them one at a time. Okay.
Are there any questionnaires for which, like, batch import is possible? Or do you really have to enter it item by item?
No, you got to do them one at a time. As far as I know, you can only do them one at a time.
And also, does this work with Chinese language letters, characters?
I certainly hope so. I would assume it does. I'm not 100% sure, but I would assume it does. This is a crazy robust software program. It can do everything. It can shuffle the order of the questions. You could randomize the people that take it. So only, the first person gets this question, the second person gets a second question, et cetera, et cetera. There's a ton of stuff you can do with this stuff, with Qualtrics. All right, so here I'm going to add a real question. And this question is going to be, not that one, I'm closing this one down. Get out of there. I find myself getting upset at trivial things. Boom. And again, I always make sure I go to rich content. I always never assume anything about this. If you cut and
What's
paste
the
a 14 size font, it's probably going to come out to be 11 or something. So just don't trust it. Go in and fix it yourself.
What's the piped text? Is that?
Say that
Oh, I
again.
see. It's these. It looks like pipe text. You can embed data on a geolocator and a opt-out link. Oh, I see. Okay, so you can put in an opt-out link.
Yeah, there is right there. You could put all kinds of links in there, all over the place. Any kind of way you want to go. So my best suggestion is once you get all your questions into the thing, start playing around with all the different buttons. I'm going to show you how to save your survey as a copy. So you play around with the copy just in case you screw it up too bad. You got to delete it. You still have the original. You just make multiple copies before you start really messing around with it. Okay, so I found myself getting upset at trivial things, and I want the responses to be these. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, rich content editor. So what I'm going to do is, you really don't need the numbers here, right? The numbers will be assigned by Qualtrics. So the student that made this for me, she put the numbers in here. We don't need them. So our number one response is going to be, does not apply to me at all. And again, I'm going to make it size 12. Save. Question 2. Applies to me some degree. And I'm going to make it big. You're not too hot, are you?
I'm okay, aren't you?
It's getting warm in our studio down here.
Their hair?
Yeah, don't worry about it. They can't see me sweat, so. And there is a way to set the presets, but I haven't had a lot of time to figure it out yet. I will one of these days.
And Richard, what did you say in terms of the types of documents that you can import directly into here? Included?
So they don't import exactly. You have to cut and paste them.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but when it comes to downloading, it does download the data, the results from your thing is either an Excel spreadsheet or a SPSS file. It's really quite a cool thing. So you'll notice I only got 3 options here. I need one more, so I'm going to go up to my choice bar and add one. Got that? So this is how many answers I have. I changed it from 3 to 4, so that gives me one more that I can put this last one in. And save. Boom. Okay, so we got this weird box here. I don't know what it is. So does not, okay, that's not us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look at it in the preview survey to see if that weird little space is still there. The good news is you don't have to save this thing. This thing automatically saves every 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I agree. Boom, there we go. Oh, it's too much space in the box itself. So I know how to fix that. So yeah, they all lined up pretty good. Boom, 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 boom. So now, this is, do you like the format of these questions? Because I'm going to show you a different way. I'm going to show you the way that they call the matrix box. Where you can put them all in at the same time. Boom. All right, these are all kind of messy. Please hold. Let me straighten them out. Again, there's a lot of stuff that's going on inside the editor that you will not be able to see with your eyes. You have to go in there and just kind of play around with, oh, there's your pipe text, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff you can do with this.
You moved your little buttons up and down there. One looked a lot closer to the other. Where is that in here?
Yeah, what I'm doing is what caused that extra space was there was blank space that was recorded in the box that we can't see. So that's what I did.
Okay.
I just went to each one, went to the last letter, clicked my cursor there, and just hit the delete key, and that would delete automatic any of the blank spaces that we can't see. So it looks a lot better now, right? So you could change these. If you wanted to go sideways, if you didn't like the column, you could switch them to horizontal over here.
Looks like you can insert a video into the answer.
Yeah, you sure can.
Wow.
Telling you, man, this thing is the shiznick. It is the shiznick. So I'm going to add another question. And pretend you got 10 questions, and they're all strongly disagree, et cetera, right? A five slider Likert scale. But you don't want to do them one at a time. You want to do them all at the same time. That's called a matrix. Where are you? Matrix table. There it is. Bam. So, right, I would make this strongly disagree. And a lot of times it will automatically change everything over to a pre-made scale. It knows how to do that by itself. And sometimes it won't, so stupid thing. Okay, disagree. Neither, kind of neutral on this one. And see, I ran out. So what do? I go add some. I go back over here, and I'm going to add 2 more. Boom, boom. Okay, so this is going to be agree. And we're going to spell it right. And this one's strongly agree. And then you could put all your questions right next to each other. Right? I love statistics. And for those of you paying attention, I am happy about the election results. Chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream is the best. Right? So you just put them all in a row.
Mm. Matrix table. That's awesome. Wow.
It is very fast, and it's a lot easier than one at a time. Because the people can see the options, and it is just bang, 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 bang right down there. So if you got a lot of questions, I probably suggest using the matrix table. Okay. Okay. So any questions so far?
Is it bad if we use a similar aligned identification password to get into this, or?
No. Nobody's going to mess with this. You're the only one that's got control. Nobody's going to mess with your survey.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
So
from a security perspective, it's easier. It might be worse, but it might be easier to just keep the same login and password. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I would. I use the same one wherever I go. So now I noticed that I forgot to take these things out. So here I'm gonna make sure everything still works. And again, make sure everything still works quite frequently. So every once in a while, you might accidentally screw this up and move the skip logic or do away with one of the skip logics. So now it's telling you, right? If I'm not taking a survey, what's this button one? It's going to take you to an automatic Thank you for your time. You can get rid of that. I'm gonna show you how to get rid of this one for the people that are getting kicked out. Okay, so do I want to do that now? Okay, so no, I want to fix this. I want to get rid of this. I agree and you disagree. Go back. Bam. Okay, so far so good. So now these are instructions. In the you could list the questions below. Blah 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 blah. And again, if you want to rearrange the order of the questions, you hit this little elevator. Now, what's going to happen is, so for this one, I have the same responses here. I'm going to copy this. I want to save the same responses. So you click on it, you go down to the bottom here, copy question, and it puts it right underneath there. See that? So I can simply go ahead and just cut and paste the next question. And I don't have to mess with those answers. I don't know why you get that. You get that every time. I've always got that. So, see that? Do it again. I'm going to click a question. I'm going to copy the question. It's way down here on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go to my preset questions that I typed up earlier this morning and just cut and paste it right in there. It's a big time saver. Big time saver. Okay. And this is if you do want to do them one at a time. Some people prefer one at a time. Some people prefer the matrix. Okay. I love statistics. Yeah, baby. Here, let's see it works. I like going into the preview survey. You see how many people we got online?
6 altogether, including you.
6, including me, says 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. All right, well, a lot of people said they might not be able to make it, but this will be a video, so hopefully I'm not cussing. Here's the survey. I'm going to agree. Plus, you could change these boxes into dots or something. No, that doesn't apply to me. No, that doesn't apply to me. I couldn't seem to experience any positive feeling at all. I do work at Alliance, so I'm going to say yeah sometimes. Did you get that, Steph? I love statistics. Doesn't everybody? And I'll put that one, and yes, chocolate ice cream is the best. And okay, so we got to get this one off of here. Did you guys see that mistake at the very end? This one showed up on the very end. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on it. You're going to go display logic. So if this question, right, all of these are questions, and this is the one, sorry, but you can't take this survey. You're only going to have this one show up. It's going to be not displayed. Nobody's going to see it unless they're directed there. Say that again. We just changed the display logic. Nobody's going to see this guy until they're sent there by clicking, when they first click on the I do not agree thing. So any question that has any kind of display logic or skip logic will have a little icon on the left. So this one, it tells you you're dealing with a matrix, and if there's nothing there, it's just a regular question, but here's something that's got skip logic in it. Okay, so let's try it again. Going real time here. Right, so I agree. And click, 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 click. Oh, it showed up again. Okay, well, I'll figure that out later, you guys. So, shoot, we're running out of time. So I'm going to show you how to finish up this stuff. Number 1, go to the tools. Always auto number your questions. do it in sequential order. Because what happens is you're gonna change your mind about some of these things. You're gonna put them in different orders. You're gonna delete some of them. So once you renumber them, it automatically reorders them over here on the side. Question 1, question 2, question 3, etc., etc. And that does become important. You want to make sure you get them in the right orders when they show up. Okay? So there's that. Again, I strongly suggest you just start playing around with this thing. It's got a spell check. Right? It doesn't recognize alliant. Yeah. Doesn't recognize that word. Neither do I. These are all names. It's not recognizing names. Right? So I made a mistake. I couldn't. Wait a minute. I didn't make a mistake. All right. I don't know why it's saying that, because I'm seeing I couldn't. Oh, it's finished spell check. Okay, never mind. And there's a lot of this stuff I've never seen before. But when you're finished, you can export it to a Word document. I'll say it again. When you're finished with your survey and you want to have a copy off-site, off the computer, just go ahead and click Export Survey. And you really don't want the logic or the coded values. And you just click Export, and it comes out as a Microsoft document.
Mm-hmm.
So in case, for some reason, 10 years down the road, you want to redo it. Where are you?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Say we have, usually when our students have questionnaires, they have a series of measures, and they might want to name their measure, name an item instead of just numbering it. Like they have a anxiety scale, they want to, call it A1, A2, and then they have a feelings about election scale, and they'd want to number those E1, E2. Is that possible here?
It is possible. What we normally do is so let's say you're doing an overeating scale or something like that. What you would do is you would make a new question, and then you would turn it into a text box, and just say the following questions are in regards to the overeating, you spelling that right? Survey part. And you correct your typos. Go away, we're busy. Sorry, the students are begging me out the door. They're like zombies around here, man. They just won't leave us alone. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Normally when they're instructions, I suggest you make it real big, real plain, so nobody's going to be confused. And it does get really big, right? Well, you don't want it that big. 24. So the following question, you could put in there like, you would just put it right here. So this would be overeating questionnaire 01, comma, right? Do you snack at night? So right inside the text, it would have your new numbering system. Okay, so this is what the people would see. They would see this. Did that help?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. Again, so we're kind of running out of time here, but real quick, so make sure that so let me show you this. Okay, so we're done for now. Pretend this was done. You would go to My Projects, and it takes you back to, this is like your dashboard. Like on my account, I got like 7 or 8 different things going at once. But let's say I want to play around with this one. I'm going to go over here to this little weird thing right here. You can barely see it. You right click, you're going to copy it. And I'm just going to call it copy BBB, copy project. So if I want to do some real experimenting and start doing crazy stuff with it, but I don't want to mess with the original, I have a copy that I can play with. Okay, and it's got everything from the first one. So make multiple copies because you really don't want to screw it up after you've been working on it for a couple hours. It's just going to make it's going to break your heart. So survey options. The only thing I've used here is the last page. Determination. Okay? If you want to make your own custom message, just make one. You click new message. And you got to name it. I'm just going to call it thanks. So I say thank you for your participation. Your feedback helps. Boom. And again, I'm going to make it big and bold. Make it bold. Save. So when the next time they finish it, they were going to see my message instead of the default message. Okay. Last thing, when it's done and you're ready, go to send it out to everybody. You're going to go to distributions. And you're going to say, get a single reusable link. You could put it into an email, but it has to go through Qualtrics. I don't recommend that. Just get a single reusable link. There it is. You would simply cut and paste this link and put it into your email. So anybody gets that email will get the survey link. They'll click on it. It will take them to the survey. You got it? Last thing, let's say you want to download the data. You wait 2 weeks. You get 500 people to take your survey. You want to download the results. You go to data and analysis. Sometimes this can get weird. I don't know why, but sometimes it gets kind of freaky. It does weird things. But you go to data analysis. You go to export and import. You're going to export the data. There's more than one way to export the data. If you don't do it right, it comes out into these weird formats. But again, just play with it. I always go to this. And I want mine as a CSV. That's the same as an Excel, believe it or not. You click download. And it's probably going to give me an error message because nobody's taken it yet. Right? So I got failed because nobody's taken it yet. But if somebody has taken it, it'll just say right here, and it'll say download. And it'll come up as an Excel spreadsheet. Or you can save it as an SPSS data sheet. Okay? So depending on, I always suggest you put it in Excel and clean it up. Because what you're going to get is you're going to get columns of data of people's IP addresses, their longitude and latitude, stuff that you're really not going to need to put in SPSS. So, what am we missing here? Any questions? Anybody? Anybody? So this was just meant to be a primer course. I showed you how to get there, make your own account, and how to add questions, how to add the answers, how to do some skip logic, that kind of stuff. So, let me show you how to turn it off. So we have an active one. I pretend we're done. We don't want to activate it anymore. You're going to click on it. And you're going to go to distributions again. And there should be something that says retire. Oh, it's back to where that thing is. Okay, there is pause response collection. Okay. So when you pause response collection, that means it's done. Nobody else can get in there. So, and the last thing, again, is The deal we have with Qualtrics, I believe you can only have one survey going at a time. So if you have more than one survey, I think you can only turn them on one at a time. But again, you can turn them on, turn them off, turn them on, turn them off, that kind of thing. And this will give you a count of how many people took it if you want to go that deep into your program. But all right, last call for alcohol. Anybody got any questions?
I got a quick one.
Yeah.
Say, I know that I need to enter via Moodle to create the questionnaire for the first time, and do I need to always enter through Moodle if I'm changing the questionnaire, or can I do direct entry?
No, you do not have to go to Moodle. I only put the Moodle link. I only put it in the Moodle link because it took me about a year to find it. Nobody knew where it was. I thought it was through the library. They were not in charge. And the IT guys, they didn't know where it was either. But I finally found it because I remember using it a long time ago. So the link is this link. Let me pull it up for you. Where'd it go? Boom. This is the link. Right there. But to get to this link, the fastest way is to go through the Hawk 5 Moodle. Right? Let me show you that guy again. This is the fastest way to get to that link right here. Right? We all know how to get to the Moodle. That's elearning.alliant. You go, if you're not already in the Hawks, you scroll down to the very bottom to the search box, type in Hawk. You'll get all the Hawk Moodles, and you're going to go to Hawk 5, that's the dissertation camp, and just scroll down and look at all this delicious, delicious dissertation material for your enjoyment. And right there at the very bottom is Qualtrics. I should just put a link here. You guys just want a link here? That says click here to go to Qualtrics?
Yeah.
I'll put one in. All right. Again, last call for alcohol. Anybody got any comments, questions? So let me ask you this. What would you like to see us doing? We're trying to build tools for dissertation students, right? We can't work with you on your dissertations, but we can build you tools and resources. So the next thing I'm thinking of is maybe doing G-power analysis. Do you guys need that? Or like how to run a multiple regression in SPSS, or anything, or writing? Any kind of writing ideas? Right? Courtney did her proposal examples. That was pretty excellent. She's got a big surprise for you coming next week. I think we're supposed to keep it under wraps though. But we'll send out an invite to anybody who wants it.
I think helping our students do a power analysis tool would be fantastic, especially since the IRB is requiring it now within the application.
Yeah. Let me see if I know anybody that's good at power analysis. Oh, that's me. That's going to be my next one. So between me and Courtney, we're going to be leapfrogging. So next week she's going to do one. The week after I'm going to do one. She's going to do one. I'm going to do one. So the next one I do will be power analysis, but I'll do it at the week after Thanksgiving. And again, I'll let everybody know.
Hey, Richard, did you see that one inquiry from a PD around lit reviews? People needing help with literature reviews?
I am actually thinking about doing a lit review next week.
Yeah, Courtney is thinking about doing a lit review next week.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, so Steph, how we're going to do it is we're going to contact you guys. You guys are really good at sending it out to your students. So that's the way we get the best number. When I send them out, I don't have the authority to send them to everybody like that, so I think we're just going to send them to you guys, and then you guys can send them out to everybody. Is that cool?
Cool. Yep, absolutely.
All right. I think we're done here. It's been a pleasure. Roger, thank you so much. Stephanie, thank you so much. And the rest of you guys, I'm going to
Thanks very much, Richard.
Video, but it's probably going to take a day or two or a week. So you let me know if there's anything else we can do for you.
Nicely
so
done.
much.
Nicely
All right,
done.
pleasure. Pleasure's all
Well
mine,
played,
guys.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So much.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Ciao.